The WKB approximation method can be most effectively applied in the case of those problems that include what is known as classical turning points. Turning points. I'll tell you why these are called turning points and what are the specifications for the importance of these turning points. For that, let's consider the potential to which a system having a total energy, say capital E, is subjected. Along the x-axis, we will be representing the position coordinate. As it's a one-dimensional case, or generally we will be applying WKB to one-dimensional cases, let us mark x coordinate along the x direction or along the horizontal direction. And along the vertical direction, it is the energy that is being represented. As you all know, the total energy will be a constant, so this curve representing the total energy will be a line parallel to the x-axis. And let the potential energy have a variation like this. Potential energy V of x is assumed to have a variation like this. Now, this point at which the total energy meet the potential energy will be splitting the entire range of x coordinates to which the system is subjected for performing a dynamics into two different regions. This region, let me mark it's a region 1, and in this region the total energy possessed by the system exceed the potential energy. E is greater than V of x. And the other region, for convenience it is being marked as a region 2, is having this quality. Here the total energy is less than the potential energy, E less than V of x. Of course, this region will be a classical region. You can have plenty of particles occupying this region, or most often particles about which we will be talking in quantum dynamics or generally in dynamics will be having this characterization. Their total energy will be generally exceeding the potential energy. If the total energy exceeds the potential energy, then the momentum P that is given by, as we have seen earlier, is P equal to square root of 2m into E minus V. In this region 1, E minus V is positive, so that the momentum will be real. Whereas in region 2, E minus V will be negative since E is less than V, so that the momentum will be imaginary. And you cannot have generally particle occupying this region. For we used to say that no classical particle will be occupying this region, because this is a contradiction as long as classical system is concerned. However, often we will have quantum mechanical system having these qualities. Even if the total energy is less than the potential energy, there is a chance or there is a probability for finding particles in this region as well. Generally, we mathematically represent this as a quality of the quantum mechanical wave function. Now consider this point, say, let us mark it x1. At this point, the total energy curve meet with the potential energy, so that E minus V will be equal to 0, since E is exactly equal to V. So at this point, the momentum possessed by the object also will be equal to 0. Though the momentum is 0, the rate of change of momentum with respect to position, say dp by dx, is not equal to 0. dp by dx will have a definite value. That is why you can have the system being found in the region 2 as well. And from the curve itself, dp by dx is different from 0. This kind of points encountered by systems at which the total energy become equal to potential energy, so that momentum vanishes, though rate of change of momentum with respect to position do not vanish, are referred to as the turning points. As this is a quality or a property possessed by classical system. Generally these are referred to as the classical turning points. And we will be talking about a system that include both these regions, say 1 and 2, or a quantum mechanical system that is subjected to perform a dynamics in situations involving both regions 1 and 2. And the WKB approximation method can be most effectively applied in the case of this kind of problems involving classical turning points. And this include some physical situations like a system subjected to a potential at this point. Here the potential is, say, maybe 0. It can have a total energy. The object is executing a dynamics in this region. There is a probability for finding some of the particles or object in this region as well, though its total energy is less than the potential energy. Then how come this particle enter into this region? We use it to say that it's a quality of the quantum mechanical wave function. Always it penetrates through the barrier. If the barrier having a finite thickness only, then there exists a probability for finding the particle on the other side of the barrier as well. Under such a situation also, this happens to be a turning point. Now the case turn or modified or getting modified to be the case of penetration of particles through barriers, or that is generally referred to as the quantum mechanical penetration or particle penetration or the quantum tunneling effect. So all these cases and some other physical situations like alpha particle decay, working of a tunnel diode, etc. can also be taken as some of the examples of this kind of problems where we can effectively apply WKB method. In such situations, we assume that the WKB approximation method is valid in both region 1 and in region 2, in the sense that the criteria for the validity of WKB approximation is true in the case of particles occupying region 1 or particles occupying region 2. That indicate that the system can be represented by a general WKB wave function written in region 1 and another general WKB wave function written in region 2. We have already seen how to write the WKB wave function in terms of the momentum possessed by the system at that particular region. However, we have already seen that the WKB wave function in classical region will be different from that in quantum mechanical region. I have just mentioned towards the end of the discussion of the WKB wave function that if the region has total energy exceeding potential energy, then the momentum will be real and the WKB wave function will be oscillatory. On the other hand, if the momentum is imaginary, corresponding to a total energy less than the potential energy, then the wave function will be exponential. So, strictly speaking, in region 1, the wave function will be oscillatory, since this is purely a classical region, or since it is a region where the total energy exceeds the potential energy and the momentum is real. Whereas in region 2, where the potential energy exceeds the total energy, the region is, we use it to say that it is purely a quantum mechanical region, because no classical system will be occupying this kind of a region. The momentum will be then imaginary, making the overall WKB wave function, here already you have an imaginary square root of unity. Momentum also will be giving another I value. I square will make it say -1 and here this term to be say +1. So the overall WKB wave function written for the particle occupying region 2 will be a sum of a increasing exponential term and a decreasing exponential term. This term to be a decreasing exponential term and this term to be an increasing exponential term. And in region 1, the oscillatory solution can be represented either in terms of a cosine wave function or in terms of a sine wave function. Then, of course, we will be interested in identifying how these wave functions in the two regions are connected. That is, the WKB wave function that you write for the particle occupying region 1 is related to the WKB wave function that we write for the particle occupying region 2 are related to each other. Or more strictly, in region 1 the solution is oscillatory. Then how the oscillatory solution that we write for region 1 will be connected, will be related with the exponential solution that we write for the particle occupying region 2 are related. Or in a more convenient manner, we will state that the oscillatory solution can have a cosine part as well as a sine part. How the cosine part will be related with the exponential solution can be an exponential decay or an exponential growth. So the exponential solution can be either an exponential decay or an exponential growth, and the oscillatory solution can be either a cosinusoidal wave function or a sinusoidal wave function. How these cosinusoidal or sinusoidal wave function representing the system in classical region is related with the exponential decay or exponentially growing solution written for the system occupying region 2 are related to each other. It is exactly that we are interested in solving. Of course, you can easily write the wave function representing the system in region 1 by taking an arbitrary choice of x value in this regime and starting from the turning point at x1 using the general WKB wave function that is given by phi1 equal to a1 by root p e raised to I by h cross integral x1 to x. Look at this integration limits. We will be integrating this from x1 to x. Here x1 is exceeding x as long as region 1 is concerned, so that integral x1 to x turn out to be a negative integral. Or once you apply the limit, it might give you a negative implication as long as the limit of integration is concerned. Plus b1 by root p e raised to minus I by h cross integral x1 to x pd x prime. That will be the WKB solution which we could write as long as the system occupying region 1 is concerned. Here keep in mind that the momentum is a real parameter, as momentum is given by root 2m into e minus v. Since e minus v is positive, momentum is real. However, for region 2, the WKB wave function is written as a2 by root p e raised to, of course, I by h cross is there. However, in region 2, the momentum is imaginary. Since we have momentum p equal to root 2m into e minus v is negative. So to make it e minus v magnitude, I might take a minus sign outside so that I can have a square root minus 1 as an additional factor coming from this momentum term. Square root minus 1 we write it say I, and this part will be then the modulus of momentum. So we substitute here say p equal to I into p as long as region 2 is concerned. Then I into this additional I will make it say I square minus 1. That minus 1 is written here, minus 1 by h cross integral x1 to x pd x prime. Here also you must keep in mind x1 is a point here, and for region 2 x is an arbitrary choice of point in region 2 exclusively. Clearly x is greater than x1, so that x1 to x turn out to be a positive limit as long as the limit of integration is concerned. Plus b2 by root p, this term for region 2 turn out to be, you have minus I coming from this momentum term, making it say minus I square is plus 1. So this turn to be say 1 by h cross integral x1 to x pd x prime. This also illustrates that the WKB wave function in region 1 is oscillatory. You can have a De Moivre's expansion for this